to the channel, everyone. My name is Akshay. I'm a commercial pilot and I'm here to take you on an aviation journey. So welcome to my channel. Trust me, I'm a pilot. In today's video we are going to talk about class 1 and class 2 medicals, and I'm going to give you clarity about class 1, class 2 medicals, what tests are required, where you can get it done, and how much does it cost. So let's get started. So first, let us start with Class 2 medicals. Class 2 medicals is the first stage of medicals. So there are two stages required for medical, which is Class 2 and Class 1 medical. After clearing both the medicals, then only you can be sure that you can become a commercial pilot. Yes, you can start your flying on the basis of Class 2 medical, but it's always better to have a Class 1 medical with you as well, because for all future purposes and even issuing your CPL you require a class 1 medical, and even to get a job. So class 2 medical is not enough. So firstly, let's start with class 2 medicals. So class 2 medicals, you need to get it done from the class 2 medical DGCA examiners. These are private doctors which are authorized by DGCA, who can conduct your class 2 medicals at their private clinics. And you need to get your tests, which are blood test, which is before having anything and after having some food, your ultrasound, your x-ray, your ENT, your eye checkup, and blood test and urine test. All these tests are required to have your class 2 issued. These similar tests are required for class 1 medical as well. We'll discuss it in class 1 medical as well. So for class 2 medicals, you'll need to get all these tests done. You need to go a certified doctor which is authorized by DGCA to conduct your class 2 medical examinations. So these private doctors can conduct your class 2 medical examination, and this class 2 medical can also be conducted at authorized hospitals and as well as authorized Air Force centers. There you can go and have your class 2 medicals done. Now I'll be sharing on the screen that all the tests that you required to have done for class 2 medicals. Now, after discussing and looking at all the tests of class 2 medicals, so including the test and including the doctor fees and everything, it will cost somewhere around 5,000 rupees to 10,000 rupees. And then now we'll look at class 1 medicals. The tests required are similar to class 1 medical. You will need to have this done, but nowadays the tests are being conducted at the Air Force Center as well. So yes, now class 1 medicals are being conducted at class 1 centers only for initial people. So when you are done with your class 2 medicals and you want to start with the class 1 medicals, you need to have first the assessment of class 2 medicals. Then you can apply for class 1 medical, and class 1 medicals will be conducted at authorized Air Force centers across the country. You can find the list in the DGCA, and I'll also try to put it on the screen. Now, moving on to the tests, I'll list the test on the screen. You can read it as well. And the tests required are similar to class 2 medicals only, which is blood test after 12 hours of fasting, then after having some things 2 hours break, and again a blood test, urine test, then your x-ray, then your ultrasound, then ECG, ENT, eye, everything similar to class 2 medicals. So all these tests will be conducted at Air Force centers. Class 1 medical conducted at the Air Force Center, you can apply through your EGCA website. So I'll show you in another video that how you can apply for class 1 medical through EGCA website. So class 1 medical initial will be conducted at Air Force Center. The renewals can be conducted by the private doctors, those which are authorized by DGCA India. Now I'll tell you how the class 1 medical is conducted at Air Force centers. So basically you will need 2 days at the Air Force centers. So when you apply via online portal, you will get a date, then you will go on that date, and approximately it is divided into 2 or 3 days, but maximum time it is for 2 days only. So you have to keep that in mind that you will have to go in 2 days to the center. So I'll put a list on day 1 and day 2, that where you will be going on day 1 and where you will be going on day 2. So the center will be same, but the labs and rooms that you will be visiting at the Air Force Center will be as follows. So I'm putting it on the screen, and let's read it together. Now after looking at day 1 and day 2, so let's talk about the fees. So the initial fees when you apply via DGCA website, which is EGCA, then you will have to pay up. When you will be visiting the Air Force Center for your medical examination, they will charge you around about 2000 to 3000 rupees for your class 1 medicals tests like urine, air, ultrasound, and everything. So, maximum times these tests are conducted on the first day, and then on the second day the reports are checked by the doctors and everything, and then on the similar second day you will have your class 1 medical issued, which will be CA35 form, which will be valid for 3 months. You can do your flying on basis of that, and after 3 months or so you will have your assessment in hand. So class 1 medicals have to be renewed on the yearly basis, and it is also having the age differentiation as well. But for young people who are planning initially and everything, you'll have to get it renewed every year. So every year renewal, you can have it with the private doctors, or you can go to the Air Force Center as well. But the initial medical has to be conducted in Air Force Center, and all your tests will be conducted there itself. So the amount of tests which is conducted there and how much it will cost, it will cost around 2000 3000 rupees, and the total cost of class 1 medical will be around somewhere between 2000 to 5000 rupees. So this is the whole structure. Now I would like to give you advice that don't come into the trap of agents and everything. They'll say that we'll get you done, हम यहाँ से करा देंगे, हम वहाँ से करा देंगे, इतना पैसा लगेगा जी, आपको कोई दिक्कत है हम करा देंगे जी, क्लियर, ऐसा ऐसा. So don't come into that trap. Everything is very clear and very fair. No amount of bribe works, and especially in Air Force there is no such thing as bribery. So be aware of all these things. So this was all you needed to know about DGCA class 1 and class 2 medicals. If you make sure to comment in the section below and I'll answer them. You can also text me on Instagram, or you can contact me on the given phone number. We provide classes as well as consultation for the new joinees in aviation or anyone who requires. And we also have classes for DGC CPL as well as ATPL. So anyone can come and join and learn how to become a pilot. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe and comment.